Hi guys, happy Friday. Hope you all have had a great week. Welcome to the channel. This is Blackbird Oracle and I am Allison Christina, and so grateful and happy that you're here. To returning subscribers, viewers, thank you for your support, and to new, welcome, and thank you to you too. Let's see, we're gonna talk about the full moon. It's a couple days away, 8th, 9th, depending on where you're at in the world. These full moon energies are going to stick around. We're going to look at, today until Mercury goes retrograde on the 16th. And then the 18th, we move into Pisces season. So we've got a lot coming up cosmically. But remember, these cosmic energies, and why I share them and study them is because knowledge is power. The universe is only responding to you. Nothing's happening to you. It's happening for you. And when we learn more about the cosmic energies, it helps us navigate, especially this upcoming Mercury retrograde. It's going to be really important for us individually and collectively to stay grounded and centered, because there is a lot of push and pull going on that I've talked about on the channel before. There's a lot of head versus heart, masculine versus feminine, and it is a little bit like versus, like there's a struggle going on within the energies, and that's normal. It's healing. And there's massive healing energy happening. And to those of you doing your work, keep on keeping on, because the shit is working. Whether we can see it in the physical yet or not, it doesn't matter. Remember that. Trust that feeling, that inner knowing that change is coming. And this full moon in Leo with Venus in Aries and Mars in Sag is a lot of fire energy. We're coming to the completion of Lionsgate from end of July, beginning of August of last year, 2019. Hang with me. I got all these notes over the past day or two that I've been channeling. So like I do, I'm going to go over these, and then we're going to pull some cards and get some messages and look at what we maybe can expect during the full moon individually and as a collective. So Lionsgate, end of July, August 2019. Think back. What were the seeds you planted? Because that's the shit that's manifesting over this full moon. It's the season, the cycle that's ending. It also, with Mercury in its shadow phase, moving to retrograde, and being in Aquarius, there's a lot about communication and thinking about how we communicate. I've been picking up big themes around family. What is family? We're in a place where we're redefining the old paradigms. We're shifting the perspective in things like family and relationships and love and partnerships. There is a massive sense for me of the divine feminine is lighting up, and I feel like this full moon is really, we're going to see a lot shifting in terms of both feminine and masculine, and I've been guided to do that, look at both energies today, but it is this really, I get this powerful feel of the rise of the divine feminine, and it's really almost like this sense of kind of shocking, shocking to the people around you, but also to the world, in a sense of the divine feminine has never been seen, really, and not in the numbers that we're seeing. This is truly feminine empowerment energy, and what it's doing for the masculines is a lot is coming up within their feminine energy. I'm feeling a lot of maternal stuff coming up, cycles with mothers, things I will be talking about over the next few days, and probably for a while on IGTV and here as I am evolving. So one thing I've noticed is we're all doing this together, right? Unity consciousness, we're all one. And when one of us is doing that work, it affects everybody, and it's all connected. And there is just this amazingly beautiful, powerful energy of divine feminine coming together, of sacred soul sisters, divine mother. It's really very powerful. We see Gaia, the divine mother, doing it as well. Some physical things you might be experiencing over the last few days. I felt a lot going on with myself and collectively with the heart chakra, the upper chakras. My guides were telling me in a board meeting that there's the third wave is waking up. And for those who are already awake, it's this next level up. And that I feel like, again, is led by the feminine. And so every time she's moving, we're moving and healing the feminine within. It's bringing along, and then we're bringing in that balance, divine feminines of our masculine energy as well, which I feel like is big for the divine feminine during this full moon, with all this Leo energy that's very masculine, powerful, creative, passionate, assertive, creative, yes, but courageous energy, right? That, again, I feel like that's the guidance of looking at feminine and masculine energy, because it's in both of us. And I'm getting a lot of almost opposite, is the feminines are really doing a lot of masculine healing within, and the masculines are doing a lot of feminine. So I don't know if y'all picking up the same thing. I love when you comment and reach out. I really want this channel to be a place to comment and to speak our truths and have a safe space for masculine and feminine, anyone who feels guided here to really open up communication. And that's a big one for me. It's also, as I talked about on IG the other day, it's a huge phobia that goes back to my very first life. And that as I piece together and connect the dots of me, it was like this progression of feeling silenced that has continued in this life, and I continue to work on it. Get over my fears of speaking. So anyways, that's just a little with me and where this channel's going, a little bit of my intention in creating safe space to communicate all that we're experiencing, to assist and hopefully give you inspiration and empowerment on your healing journey. And to let you know that you're not alone. It's a big one, especially during awakening and ascension. And if you've been doing it over this last, decade or so, or even before, it's first and second wavers know it's been very lonely. But one of my deeper overstandings of the why is this happening to me is because now I can use all of this wisdom I've gained to assist, and that's why I'm here. So anyways, thank you. I'm so grateful and blessed. Let's get into it. Let's get into the cards. So I'm still drinking coffee. It's not even 10 here in Las Vegas, and it's a beautiful day today. Not as windy as it's been. We've had some wicked wind, and to me, that's always Gaia, like we're clearing, and that goes right along with this full moon. Of really what's coming up, what's being released, what are we being asked to face in terms of our shadows to integrate individually and collectively. So again, I'm going to look at divine masculine energy, divine feminine, and the themes kind of around this full moon for each. So take it as it resonates for you. And if it does resonate, I do private sessions. Hit me up. I'm at blackbirdoracle@gmail, and DM me, comment here, set it up if you feel guided to. So anyways, let's see what the universe has to share about this full moon in Leo. Again, we're going to look at about 2 weeks, I feel like. Again, Mercury goes retrograde on the 16th. I don't feel, at least right now in the present moment, that it's going to be a very easy Mercury retrograde. But again, that's dependent on you and how you educate yourself and work with the energies. So I will jump on before that. We'll do a Mercury retrograde check-in, see what Spirit has to say in terms of guidance and how we navigate that when we get closer. So let's look at about, today's the 7th, 10 days, 10 days. Let's look just this full moon in Leo energy. We're going to look at the overall energy for the divine masculine. Divine masculine overall energy during this full moon for the divine masculine collective. What's going on with the overall energy in the divine masculine collective? Thank you. Okay, we got 2. Interesting. Of course, we get blossoming abundance and attachment with the divine masculines. And again, it feels like this push and pull, right? This shadows and light kind of energy. It could be for some that the masculines are really looking at in terms of abundance, money, materialism, career, where it's maybe an attachment versus something healthier, freer, if that makes sense. It also feels like maybe some removing of the masks coming off with the divine masculine energy. Again, even if you're a divine feminine, it could take it as it resonates, but there seems to be this, it's like this overall energy of reflecting where perspective needs to shift around abundance. The meaning of abundance. I love this too, as I'm saying it. I see the 3 and the 5. So balance, change, and we add them up to 8, which is the number of abundance to me. So I'm getting this like shift in perspective in terms of abundance, how we look at it, what do we value? Maybe seeing, through this ego mask of materialism. And I love that this card, this blossoming abundance, it's not money related. It's all about the abundance that is, right? And that there are like the coins scattered, but it's more about this light. It's about Gaia. It's about looking and seeing around you all of the abundance, taking off the mask of, I'm just getting this very, patriarchal, the programming around money is really coming through within this masculine energy. And again, it's this, I feel like it's this shift in perspective, this awakening, with it being the full moon in Leo. And like I said, about passion, creativity, it could be some of that too, of some within the masculine energy, looking at career and really, do we work for money or do we work for passion? And I'm seeing this deceit underneath. It's, to me, these two are a little bit about ego deaths, false masks, again, self-deceit. It could be outside of you, with this too, coming through to me of it, take it again as it resonates, but a little bit of maybe manipulation with money, because let's be honest, collectively, money is used to manipulate. And that's the program we've grown up in. So I'm just getting this big, within the masculine energy, this shift around abundance, around money, around programs with that, career. Why are we doing the work we're doing? Is it bringing us joy? Is it passionate? Are we out of the box and being creative, or are we just kind of being robots like we've been programmed to do? And it showed up again, even as I'm shuffling, of, staying within the lines is what I'm hearing. So that masculine energy feels like it wants to break out of the box a little bit. It's pretty cool. Listen, I want to tell you, with the attachment and the deceit and whatever, is some things about the spiritual community, and I'll probably talk about it tomorrow in depth. And if you think, anyways, whatever, is as we more and more awaken, spirituality comes to the forefront, and we have to be really aware of this attachment, because here's the thing, it's not new age. What's happening right now is not new age. It's ancient, and it is this unique hybrid that I've talked about before, and that many of us are feeling as we go through our transformations we're embodying. It's not like new age or what we've been shown, spiritual, guru. And I do this because I fucking hate labels, but we have to. It's the human thing, right? It's this, it's this awareness that, too, it's not just love and light. It's not. It's this shit. And if we keep either, it's like one extreme or the other, and this shit's all about balance. This is all about accepting we're both. There's no duality. It's like we as humans want to make it so concrete, when it's like, it's not black or white. It's gray. I don't know. That's just me. All right. Let's get the divine feminine energy. Overall energy for the divine feminine during this full moon in Leo. These next 7-10 days. What are we looking at as the overall energy for divine feminine? This full moon energies. Okay. Strategy on the bottom for the divine feminine. And again, I feel like it's this breakout. The feminine is working, embracing, healing more of this masculine energy and kind of making a plan. And she got to, I say she, I'm not talking about gender, door to spirit. and anxiety. So again, I love this, and I don't know if you guys are seeing this too, how you feel, but it's this light and dark energy. It's this embracing both. It's realizing that we all carry both. I feel like this full moon, the divine feminine, has this inner knowing of this big spiritual shift. And it's causing a little bit of this. It's causing a little bit of, okay, how do I do this? Here's this strategy, right? In whatever way, it could be with relationships, it could be career, and looking at it just within, it's just this, to me, this anxiety, this kind of worry, or these old fears and attachments for both that come up when we're ready to make a shift, right? And it really is part of the process. Is you really get, you might feel stuck or anxious, or worry might creep in, these old fears and insecurities. Especially full moons, because we're revealing, we're releasing, we're ending massive cycles, and y'all know that. And to me, it feels like mirroring, of course, in different ways. And it's like, again, this push and pull of, and I feel like this full moon is really bringing this shit up so we can move from these energies to these energies. It's super powerful. And what I'm hearing is the way the cards laid out, these are underneath, right? So think about it in terms of, for you is, okay, so you want this, right? But what's underlying, what's kind of the root issue, the underlying issue that's holding you back from getting there? And that's what we'll go into with tarot. We'll get a few more details. And again, with this strategy, I feel that with the divine feminine is, like I said, with meditation and pre-shuffle, what's been coming in is just a lot of, with the divine feminine, it's the next move. How do I keep walking through this door? How do I keep kind of leveling up? Okay. I think that's good. It was kind of like hanging out this morning, just kind of giggling about that with coffee and just like talking to y'all. I'm a total hermit, and this full moon for me is definitely asking me to step out of my cocoon. And it's not easy. It's not. So I definitely understand. Not just understand, understand, and overstand. All right, let's look at theme. It's just theme. Overall theme with this full moon in Leo for the divine masculine. Overall theme. How does this all... Overall theme for the divine masculine. Thank you. Ooh, love that. You know what's really cool, you guys? Look at this. We've got the 3 and the 5, and then we've got 35. I love that. So definitely changes in balance. If you, again, it's this, I feel like it's this energy with the divine masculine energy of what's really important. What do I value? What do I love? What's been loyal? Who's been loyal to me? What doesn't make me feel like life is like this? Makes me feel more like life is like this. kind of energy. It also, within connections, it could be, coming together with divine partners. That it's February. We've got Valentine's Day in a week. And we've known that divine partnerships are definitely coming together. And so it could be, we'll see, that there is kind of this awakening within the divine masculine of who and what is really important. TikTok on the bottom. So it feels like time is coming. The time is coming for the divine masculine of really this waking up, this awareness or perspective shift of what we value, what, again, a breakdown of programming around that distorted masculine energy of materialism, of attachment. Let's see what's going on with the divine feminine. Let's see overall theme for the divine feminine. It could be, if you are, if you're watching and it resonates as more of a relationship reading, or that's been something on your mind, and I think that's why they're guiding me here, divine feminine, is this could definitely be on your mind. I'm seeing the lightning there. So you might have a little anxiety of how this is all unfolding. And again, it doesn't have to be in a relationship. It can just be your own fucking life and journey. There's a little worry, it's moving, the doors are opening, but there's a little bit of uncertainty, right? And man, this journey really teaches you how to get comfortable with not knowing, and it's definitely causes some anxiety. All right, theme for the divine feminine. Thank you. Cycles ending, round and round, 25. Yeah, to me, it's this divine feminine ending cycles, a little bit of not knowing once I do that, what's beyond. I think there's a trust, there's faith in spirit of now an understanding that if I end these cycles, something better is involved, but it's also, I feel like this kind of tired. I'm getting a little bit of tired of the same old shit with the divine feminine. Like, I'm tired of going round and round. I'm tired. I'm just getting this tired. Enough is enough with divine feminine. And it's definitely cycles ending. Definitely another like awakening, leveling up. You might find yourself divine feminine and masculine feeling a little bit of dark night of the soul during this full moon. Between worlds for the divine feminine, again, moving from the shadows to the light. That seems to be really big right now, collectively and individually, is this really confronting and allowing and accepting that there are shadows, within and without. For an empath, I'm an empath, and I know many of you are too, starseeds, light workers, the givers of the world. It's really hard sometimes to accept that in people, if that makes sense. Like, it's when you see souls, when you read hearts, and you see from that higher perspective of how beautiful everyone is, and then you have to also have this reality of the personality versus the soul. Right? And I feel like they're bringing me back to this with the divine masculine. I feel like that's part of what's going on with the masculine energy is this realization that it's this external attachments, where with the divine feminine, her realization feels like she knows what she's got to do, but there is some nervousness, there's some uncertainty, some anxiety of what's behind that door once she closes one, because we know when you finally close a door, another one opens. Okay. All right. Whew. I'm a little chatty today, huh? Sorry, y'all. Not sorry. It's a big one. People pleasing, right? It's hard to break out of that. Apologizing all the time. I definitely catch myself now where I just used to do it and never think anything of it. I just felt sorry. Like, we gotta stop doing that, my loves. All right. Let's look at what energy is releasing for the divine masculine with this attachment. What energy is releasing, or is he confronting? Okay. Movement away. With it being swords, it could be, it's about getting out of the mental space of it's a little bit of mirroring I'm getting with the divine feminine of this going around and around kind of thing. Again, with this loyal heart theme, I feel like it's a lot to do with what are we fighting for? What's worth fighting for? I think that's collective within the divine masculine, within healing the masculine energy, with moving from distorted masculine to divine masculine, is a lot of realization and opening up to the fact that you've been fighting for the wrong shit. You've been attached to the wrong things and the wrong people. And I don't, please take that like, I don't believe in right or wrong. It all happens the way it's meant to happen. But we all have a choice. And, you know, we've been programmed, I feel like, to make the choices that keep us stuck in these cycles. And this is about the divine masculine, breaking that, moving into calmer water, especially in the headspace. It's coming out of the head and opening up this heart more. It's about seeing really what's worth it, that is being confronted. It could be for some literal travel with that loyal heart again. It could be, you know, reaching out, moving towards the divine feminine. Let's look at what energy might be challenging. Okay. We get the Queen of Wands. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like this challenging energy is the divine feminine energy challenging them. The passion, the creativity. It could be a little bit, and I've been picking this up of like, the divine feminine is lighting up, right? She's rising, and this can be very challenging for the masculine energy of how powerful the divine feminine is when she's in this fire energy, when she's like totally out of the head and just creative and passionate, and she's assertive and courageous. When she's got that balanced within, man, divine feminine is lit as fuck, right? And I feel like that's the challenge right now for the masculines is it's almost like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this. Like, I've never seen a creature like this before. She challenges all of those distorted programs and belief systems that around the feminine and the masculine and all of it. And let's look at what's incoming for the divine masculine. Incoming energy. That's incoming. Incoming energy, potential incoming energy for the divine masculine. Thank you. Whew. Love this. Absolutely. And with this Six of Swords, it's beautiful. It's like, again, I'm getting this. It could be, actually, going back here, they're saying it's moving towards embracing your divine feminine. It's been a challenge, masculines, to embrace this creative, passionate, emotional side of you, to allow that to be part of you, which it is. I'm getting a little bit of that of, so again, take it as it resonates, internal, external, individual, collective. But it is this masculine energy of moving out of the headspace and into opening up emotionally, being passionate, embracing your divine feminine energy. And when we do that, it brings in this clarity of really what matters, of really what abundance means, and what we value and what we're willing to fight for with this sword too. What's the truth? And I feel like, again, that supports a lot of awakenings going on, and a lot of divine masculine healing. I said I was picking up maternal, and so we see this feminine energy showing up as the challenging energy for the masculines. And it's that healing, that feminine energy, allowing yourself to accept that you have feminine energy for some. Communication incoming too, I'm hearing. So, and again, it could be, it can be romantic, but it could be two divine masculines really communicating clearly from emotions, from this heart space here, from a place of feeling abundant. Like, I'm getting this emotion, even though it's swords, it also supports Aquarius season, but I'm getting this, more with this Queen of Fire is really more of this coming from this place of emotion and passion. It's really beautiful. All right, let's look at the divine feminine. Divine feminine, what's releasing, coming to the surface to be released for the divine feminine? What energy? Thank you. Ooh. Yeah. Judgment. I love that this is a 20. Partnerships, definitely. I feel like the divine feminine is really looking at the cycles and making her judgment calls right now. And that causes anxiety. It is incredibly difficult to cut cords with people we love that aren't good for us anymore. But if we don't, it's when we get stuck in these cycles. And I feel like that's the energy that is really being faced right now within the divine feminine. It's time to make the judgment. It's time to make the call of what works, what doesn't, what's got to go, how am I going forward? I love this too because they are both very much, look at the images of walking through that door to spirit, of really just shining your light, inner knowing that you are a divine feminine, you are a goddess, and you don't have to put up with shit. We don't. And this is collective energy. I feel like this is really big coming through of we're going to see this collectively. to the masses. The masses are going to see this divine feminine just kind of standing in the light, standing in her power, being balanced. And again, it's that it challenges the masculine to rise up as well, to really take a good look at it and shift perspective, awaken to truth. I'm hearing call too, like judgment call. So again, communication. There's a lot of communication incoming between partners, divine partners, twin flame soulmates, but also within families, I feel like, and again, it's this feminine really like saying enough is enough. We're not repeating this. And that's within, I feel like, again, all of her relationships are very much, it's this time of where I put my energy. And while she's doing that, she's teaching, right? Divine masculine of the same thing of why am I keep repeating? What am I attached to? Why am I attached? Let's look at what might be challenging the divine feminine other than this anxiety. The weight. I love that. The Three of Wands. It's coming, right? It's coming. You're facing things. It's the cycles, you know shit's about to change. Like there's this big shift with the divine feminine energy. You can feel it, but I'm getting to that it's not, there might be some realization that you can't just wait. You can't just wait for your masculine, my sisters. You got to go make shit happen in some way, shape, or form. And I get, again, the spiritual community, there's a lot of like, just be, right? Okay, yes, but you have to do too. And it's something I've had to learn like the hard way and had some really come to Jesus judgment call kind of talks of what the fuck are you waiting for? Like, go do shit. Don't sit in this anxiety and wonder when he's coming back around. and that might be the case for you. That not me. Mine's career stuff. But it is this, I'm getting this like, I'm looking at this feminine and I'm looking at this round and round and this kind of waiting for the storm to come. Well, you know the fucking storm's going to come. You know it's incoming, whatever it is. If it's another layer peeled away, transformation of self, whether it's a divine partner, love, career, it could be any of it. Take it as it resonates, but it's about, to me, coming through. What's been challenging is the weight, and Spirit saying, why? Why let that challenge you? What are you waiting for? And it can be simple things, you guys, like just making a little change in your day that can change the whole game, right? Got itchy right there. I think that's too, what I'm getting is that's part of divine feminine really healing the masculine energy within of this. Yes, be open to receiving that passive feminine energy, which I hate the word passive, right? But it's more about now understanding that, yes, we're open to receive, but we also have to move forward. And it can be even, like I said, one little small step a day. No one's asking you to, change the world or your entire life in a day. It's all a process and a journey, right? And let's see the incoming energy with this Three of Wands. We know something's incoming, right? What's this incoming energy? Incoming energy for the divine feminine, please. Huh. Nine of Cups. You figured it out. You figured it out, what fills you up, that you fill it up from the inside, and now you're ready to shine. You're ready to just be your divine, badass self, divine feminine. And I feel like it's coming with the masculines too. It's just really beautiful energy of confronting some cycles and some shadows and some fears and insecurities and worries, and coming to this balanced place of truth, communicating truth and emotions and passion and creativity and balance coming through. It's really, really awesome. I want to look at this Queen of Wands a little bit more. So let's clarify the Queen of Wands. Thank you. That was quick, right? Page of Cups. So for the masculine energy, it could be what's challenging again is offering emotions, offering emotional communication, passionate communication. Could be to a feminine, but it could be in any way. Like I said, it could be career for many masculines. I feel like there are so many that have so many creative gifts that you never see. They're hidden because they, go get a good, safe government job to make money and be stable, which nothing about our government provides stability. But that's a topic for another day, right? It's coming through as, and it can represent a water sign. So we've got fire and water in here. But I'm getting more of just this, what's challenging is coming from a place of emotion, coming from a place of passion. They might be a little bit scared to talk to you, divine feminine, if it is resonating as a divine partner reading today for you. But again, it could just be what's going on within both your energies, within yourself, the masculine and feminine. You could be, being challenged with opening up emotionally and really within your masculine energy, and then within your feminine, you could feel like you have been waiting around and this has got to stop. You just can't keep going through it. That was me a couple of weeks ago. I called my best friend and I was like, it's Groundhog Day. What the fuck? And I know now through this journey that when you're feeling that way, there's something like I said, it's just a baby step. Like really look at, okay, well, what's been repeating? Why is it repeating? This journey and all of it is about you. Self-love, self-reflection, self-awareness, self. And once you do the self work, the soul work on yourself, then it starts to affect everything around you, right? Let's clarify the Judgment here for the divine feminine. Judgment. What else can you tell us about this Judgment card? Because it's a major arcana too, I'm hearing, and I asked about what's being released or revealed, the universe is really, whatever you've been kind of not wanting to face or where you've been feeling stuck, it's the universe really like putting it in your face right now. I feel like for you to make this judgment call. Whew. Yeah, the Eight of Wands came out. So messages from spirit, just like I said, from the universe, but it could be communication within the physical. That could be the anxiety is, you got to talk about some shit to end these cycles. And, it's just bringing up some anxiety, some nervousness. It's not always easy to wield that sword of truth. And look at that mirroring Ace of Swords on the bottom too. Could be communication from divine masculine coming in for you that you got to make a call. I love the blackbird on this card. This is all about transformation. The Eight of Wands is fast too. So it's like, it's going to happen fast. It's like, ba-bam, the light turns on, or you suddenly see it very clearly. And that's where this comes in. This why this is the incoming energy. So whatever this is, the challenge, what you've been waiting on, I'm getting, that's about to shift real fast during this full moon. Super cool. I don't want to stop pulling cards, y'all, but I've been on for 50 minutes, and I don't even know if anyone watches the whole thing. But I'm loving it, the full moon energy. So I might pull one more deck and just get some last overall messages of guidance. Actually, let's do this. Let's get some soul guidance for the full moon. We won't do masculine, feminine. Let's just do some overall messages, Spirit, for the highest good of us all during this full moon. What other guidance messages do you have? Thank you. Woo! Let's look. We got 4. Love it. All right. So let's go with it. The first one, astral travel. The 3 there, ascended masters. Caution needed. Make sure that you're really grounding, that you're thanking your guides in the universe for protecting and shielding you. Work on some shielding practices is what I'm hearing. This might be for anyone. Through experience, I know that if you feel you are astral traveling while you're sleeping, it's really important to really put in place that shield, the shielding and protecting, because you can get into things when you're not aware, and when you're not working with your team to protect yourself. And I love that this is right there. Guard your energy. These two to me are together in messages of, as you awaken, it's super cool. I love the sacred geometry on this too. And this is what I'm getting with this. It feels very masculine too, of awakening and learning as you awaken that there are practices that can help you guard your energy, shield and protect you as you open and expand. And it could literally be astral travel for many. It could just be this opening up to other dimensions, other realms, and really awakening, but understanding that you have to ground and protect yourself, okay? Then soul fragments, balance will be restored. And we can see it in the cards. I know you guys can feel it within, and there is this waiting for it externally, right? It's going to be more of a process. But again, 33s, I'm getting this very strong sense of the Ascended Masters are here. And I mean here, like reincarnated here. But this is very much calling yourself home, back to self. This is balancing the masculine and feminine. This push and pull is, to me, Spirit saying you're doing your work. Your balance is going to be restored. You're coming into balance. You're bringing in back pieces of your soul, and there are soul retrieval practices. There's so much information now out there. Remember, this is the technology era. This is the communication era. This is the age of Aquarius. This is about knowledge and creativity. It's fully supported by this full moon, right? Of really having a lot of information and guidance and support out there in the physical world. So research this stuff. Google this shit, y'all. There are people like myself, set up sessions where you can be taught or learn yourself, because you are your own best guru. You are the only one that's going to heal yourself. There is no healer out there that's going to heal you. Okay? Straight up. another bullshit thing going on in the spiritual community. And with those who just wake up, and I'm going to jump out, and guess what? I can heal your energy for you. No, you can't. You can assist, right? You can guide. You can share knowledge, wisdom, and information. But everybody's got free will, and it's up to you to restore your balance, to call yourself back, to come home to self. And then divine will. Again, a 3. This is letting go of fear, opening up. To me, again, it comes back to these 2 cards we saw. Of opening to spirit, to Gaia, to seeing that it is the universe that is abundant, letting go of fear. See all that energy that's so gold, and to me too, it's for both masculine and feminine, of going for it. It's this energy that we're going to feel with all of this stuff going on with fire signs, of really just going for it, letting it go, being passionate and creative, and saying, fuck it. I got to do it. Why be scared? What have I got to lose? Right? And it's really beautiful. It's just opening up to receive too. To receive all that you deserve, to bring back that balance, getting a little opening up to maybe to each other, to others, however that looks for you. And when we do that is when we bring this back. When we do that is how we guard our energy. No. Boundaries. That's how we guard our energy. And when we do that, we fill in these holes that are where we're susceptible to energies, entities, and beings that we're unaware of, whether we're sleeping or not, right? It's like when you bring it all back in, you fill in those holes within the aura, these, I don't know what the word is, y'all know what I mean. And that's where we bring in the balance, the wholeness, the oneness. So 3s and 1s, I'm seeing a lot of 3s and 1s today. Take that for what it is. To me, it's about balance. It's about self and new beginnings, that I feel a lot of new stuff coming in a few weeks. I do feel like this full moon is going to push people to communicate too, with what I'm seeing and just what I've been picking up, energetically within the collective. Is I feel like we're going to see a lot, but Spirit is saying to make sure we think before we speak, because there's a lot. Like, it's thinking about how we communicate to how we speak to each other, how we speak to ourselves. Something coming through there. They want me to, what is it? Okay, it's like your self-talk. Look at your self-talk, because that's how you speak to others. And there is this Aquarius Mercury shadow full moon. It's like Spirit is saying, reflect on that. Think about how you first talked to yourself, because that's how, there's something like that coming through. So I will have a board meeting and we'll ponder and talk more, and I'll see what else comes through with that and share it with you all. This is all about inspiration, empowerment, transformation, this full moon, in whichever way, again, it resonates for you and your situation. So if you want to get into your situation, hit me up for a private session. And other than that, thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, I'm so grateful, honored, and blessed. And I'm just sending you all shit tons of love and light. I fucking love you guys. Bye.